Morning everybody, back with College Quickies, Sunday morning 11:35. We're hungry, we're going to have a nice vegetarian medley of eggs. So we're going to use 4 eggs. If it's just you alone, you can use 2 eggs. I usually like to take out the whites from some of the eggs. If some of you don't know how to take out the whites, I'm going to show you now. So you crack the egg, you open, and you just juggle the yolk in between each time. And you're going to get your white out. Maybe help them out a little bit. See? Right. One more. So I have 4 eggs. I have chopped carrots, tomatoes, garlic, cilantro, parsley, a touch of thyme, mushrooms, onion, and the highlight of the meal, avocado. If this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. So I'm going to put a little bit of green seasoning into my eggs. My friend taught me how to read the other day. This Spanish seasoning that I use is from Goya, so it's Sazon from Goya. Just going to put, this really adds a very nice flavor to your eggs, especially when you're cooking it with vegetables. You're going to put a touch of black pepper. Throw in a little bit of salt. Take your salt a little bit at a time so that when you're cooking your meal, you know what's going to happen. I'm just going to beat my eggs. My next step is to take some butter. So if you want to come over here, see my pan. My pan's already going. You can see the smoke. I just put olive oil and a little bit of butter into my pot, my pan. Come over here. I have all my vegetables ready to go. Pull out my plastic spatula. Make sure it's hot. See it sizzling. And you just try to break everything up. Get everything to cook. You want to cook this on high heat so it doesn't spring water, because you don't want the eggs to come out watery. You have 2 options. You can either try to create an omelette, or you can leave it with scrambled eggs. I find omelettes a little difficult to make, so I just usually just scramble my eggs with my vegetables. You're more than welcome to put meat in here. I'm a carnivore, so I like a lot of meat, but this meal really gets me in touch with my vegetarian side. So I'm just gonna let this cook on high for like 3 to 4 minutes. What you're gonna come in with is you're gonna come back. It's just salt. So just sprinkling, very small amounts. I don't advise you to do this with this big thing of salt. And then I'm gonna come back with a touch of my pepper. Whatever leftover seasoning that I have from this, just a little sprinkle. So the butter and the olive oil create a nice flavor when you're cooking the vegetables. Notice how my avocado is starting to melt a little bit, all its healthy fats. All the vegetables are cooking down, getting soft. You can grate the carrots if you like, but I was lazy, so I decided not to grate them this morning. So notice that all that steam rising out is all the water that's being cooked away. So I'm just gonna finish beating my eggs. I'm gonna let this cook. Let the vegetables and the meats cook for as long as possible. I'm gonna pull some butter and a knife. I'm gonna put a little piece of butter in my eggs, just to add that. I like the butter flavor a lot. So if you want to eat eggs a lot every day, I usually try to do one yolk and 3 whites. So that way, you know, you're not getting all the cholesterol from the yolk. So you can see, vegetables. everything good. They're very, very soft now. So I'm gonna let these cook, say about a minute or two longer. If you can't hear me, I apologize. We're in the process of getting the equipment. This is a very earthy meal, so you can sit down on a Sunday morning right after you get up. Carries you right into lunch. There we go. So I can just come in, my eggs. So remember, we're on high heat, so that means your eggs are going to cook really fast. So you're just going to let it set a couple of seconds, let the bottom cook. At this point you can try to do an omelette, but I have way too much stuff in here to attempt to do an omelette. So I just like to run through and make sure my eggs are getting scrambled. I would usually sit and eat this by myself, but this morning, once again, we're going to share a meal, college style. Sebastian's coming up next to make some French toast, so get ready. My egg is on high, it's cooking. Sebastian's fixing his hair, he's getting ready. He wants to look perfect for you all today. Yum, yum, yum. So we just added some salt, some pepper, and your Goya Sazon seasoning. I like my eggs a little runny. Sebastian, can you hand me the cheese, please? So my omelette's done. I'll put it back on my plate. You got just any shredded cheese, whatever cheese you want to put, it's okay. So you can see my steam rising off. A little messy this morning. Cheese. Put in the cheese. Drop it open. That's a college quickie right here. Spread on the cheese. And you are good to go. There's nothing else that you want on a Sunday morning, a lazy Sunday morning, than eggs, vegetables. If you want to put meat, put meat. When you're dicing your vegetables and you're cutting, always pull, bend your fingers, and you'll be set.
She only pulling me